And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TTV News with some last events in our province, and here are our stories today. Ladies and gentlemen, on the occasion of the 76th anniversary of Invalid Cemetery Day, Deputy Head of the Provincial National Assembly Delegation TayNinhTV visited and presented gifts to 14 policy families and people with meritorious service in Goyao District.
At each destination, Ms. TayNinhTV restlessly inquired about her health and life situation, and expressed her deep gratitude for the dedication, sacrifice, and loss of their families. She wished that the wounded soldiers are always safe and healthy. On this occasion, she presented 14 gifts of the families of martyrs, whose total value was 21 million Vietnam dong.
On the morning of July the 28th, the Secretary Provincial Party Committee and Chairman Provincial People's Council Nguyen Thanh Tâm, together with Standing Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee and Head of Provincial National Assembly Delegation Pham Hung Thai, visited and presented flowers to congratulate the official civil servants and employees of the Provincial Labour Confederation on the 94th anniversary of the establishment of the Vietnam Trade Union, July the 28th of 1929, July the 28th of 2023. Secretary Provincial Party Committee, Chairman Provincial People's Council Nguyen Thanh Tâm sent his best wishes to the current civil servants, public employees, and employers of the Provincial Labour Confederation and on trade union members and also the employers, the movement in the province. Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyen Thanh Tâm acknowledged the results that trade unions on levels in the province have achieved in recent years, especially in taking care of their lives and protecting the legitimate and the rights and interests of employers and workers and labor officials well organized patriotic emulation movements to perform political tasks of the province. At the same time, it is proposed that in the coming time, the Provincial Labour Confederation continue to promote the focus on building grassroots trade union organization, taking good care of the legitimate rights and interests of employees, while organize the patriotic emulation movement among the workers, officials, and also employees, focus on promoting the development of union members and establishment of grassroots trade unions, strengthening the professional and the training and also retraining for the trade union officials to build a strong organization to meet the development requirements in the new period. And on the afternoon of July the 27th, the Party Committee and Command of the Border Guard of the province held a meeting to celebrate the 76th anniversary of the Invalids and Martyrs Day. Speaking at the meeting, Colonel Pham Dinh Trieu, Secretary of the Party Committee, Political Commissioner of the Border Guard Command, expressed his deep affection and encouragement and also appreciation for the contributions of the comprised wounded soldiers and relatives of martyr families currently working in the provincial border guard. Hopefully that in the coming time, officials and soldiers in the border guard will continue to promote and inherit the noble tradition of the previous generations of his father in the task of firmly defending the independence of the country, the national border, the security rights in the new era. On this occasion, the Party Committee and Command of the Border Guard of the province presented gifts to wounded soldiers and martyrs' family members. The provincial delegation led by Ms. Nguyen Đại Thi, standing vice chairman of the Provincial People's Council, visited and presented the gifts to 10 families of sick soldiers and wounded soldiers and families with meritorious services to the revolution in the district of Tân Biên.
At the places visited, Ms. Nguyen Đại Thi restlessly visited the health status of the wounded soldiers and family members of those with meritorious services and expressed her deep gratitude for the contributions of the wounded soldiers themselves, families for the cause of national liberation struggle. At the same time, she gave each family a gift.
In 4 days, from July the 21st to 25th, a group of parents in Ho Chi Minh City took their children to participate in the Summer Farm Fun program at La Farm Stay in Hưng Thuận commune of Trang Bang Town. The children divided into groups to participate in activities such as sowing seeds, growing vegetables, making rice paper, learning to prepare rings from fruits, going to the market to buy food to prepare for breakfast, and being guided to make breakfast. Tube rafting, swimming, rowing soups, and laying ropes, painting on wood. In particular, during 4 fun days on the farm, the children exchange and learn English with a teacher of boating from New Zealand. This is an activity for them to practice their English speaking skills with the foreigners and at the same time have the more capital to live and experience real life in the countryside and for the love of nature. The children were excited to participate in many activities, try taking rice paper for the first time and enjoying the products they met. At the end of the program, we invite you to experience hunting clouds in the flower forest of the top of Badang Mountain. According to experienced backpackers, during this time it rains a lot in the afternoon, so in the morning, the area of Badang Mountain Peak will have a lot of clouds, and it is likely that the natural phenomena will occur interesting the nature, such as lenticular clouds, fullness clouds, five rainbows, floating seas of clouds, etc. And the change of cloud layers and fall also makes the scenery on the top of Badang Mountain change continuously. Sometimes it is clear, but when it is blurred among the sea of clouds. And in recent days, the average temperature on the top of Badang Mountain fluctuates between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius during the day and gradually decreases in the evening or when it rains. And that's why when setting foot on the top of Badang Mountain, many tourists like to the second of Dalat or get lost in the cold country in the middle of the southern summer. Hunting clouds on the top of Badang Mountain in the middle of a vast forest of flowers, this is one of the experiences that tourists especially love when coming to Badang Mountain tourist area. And at the 8th section of the TayNinhTV Provincial People's Council, term of 2021 to 2026, approved 24 resolutions. They are important decisions demonstrating the province's socio-economic development policy, which greatly affects the people's lives. Many TayNinhTV voters received the above resolution with the high expectation. In the coming time, departments, party committees, and local authorities will continue to pay attention to the people's legitimate force and aspiration. 24 important resolutions were also approved by the People's Council of the TayNinhTV Province, including those directly related to the people, such as resolution on land acquisition, to implement socio-economic development projects for the benefit of the whole people. The national and also the public in TayNinhTV Province in 2023, phase number 2. The resolution stipulates the level of support for the implementation of projects on diversification of livelihoods, the development of poverty reduction models and production development in the agricultural sector under the National Target Program on Sustainable Poverty Reduction in TayNinhTV Province in the period of 2023 to 2025. Resolution on the additional assignment of the central budgets for the development of investment capital plan for the 2021 and 2025 period to implement the National Target Program on building new style rural areas. The resolution expressed measures to improve the effectiveness of the law dissemination and education in TayNinhTV Province by 2025 with orientation to 2030. And the resolution stipulates the tuition fees for public educational institutions in the academic year of 2023 and 2024 to the academic year of 2025 and 2026 in TayNinhTV Province also. After the 8th meeting of the People's Council of the TayNinhTV Province ended, voters have watched and stand high expectation to the functional sector in the coming time, especially the issues of the people's livelihood, closely linked with the daily life of the people in the daily life, and there are parts of the work that have been done well, and there are parts that continue to need attention. In terms of education, I want to pay attention to improving the quality of students and the people, especially in boarding school for ethnic minorities, caring about the children after finishing college and university, and creating favorable conditions for the students to meet their needs and have a stable job. The people of Lang hamlets want to learn about the policies, to judge policies on land and other administrative procedures, and through this site for the people to improve their understanding and proper observance of the state laws. I also asked the mass organization of any industry and sectors and any party organization from the province to the district to invest in making this road concrete or on the asphalt road, even if it is small, and it will be clean for the people to go back and forth. And currently, Thanh Long Commune has been recognized as the new side road area. According to traffic criteria, it has been invested with on-fault or hardened the roads. However, there are many roads in the hamlet and nest that are still muddy because it is dirt road, so it is difficult for the people to travel. With these important decisions in the 8th section, the then Provincial People's Council term the 10 and for the 10 year of 2021 to 2026, voters in the province have the high expectation for the wise leadership, direction of the party, the state, and also representatives of the then Provincial People's Council on the issue that real life is posting, making an important contribution to the socio-economic development of the locality in the coming time. Coming to Trường Đông Commune of Hòa Thành Town these days, we all have the same feeling as of spacious state administrative affairs and a green, clean, beautiful work environment. The highlight is that the campus of the Commune Military Command is neatly and tidily arranged from the kitchen, canteen, restroom, meeting rooms to the training ground. The production increased area with an area of about 1,000 square meters is invested and built methodically with an aquarium and green vegetable growing area of own kinds. In addition to providing meals for officers and soldiers of the military and self-defense forces, the vegetable gardens also provide 50% of green vegetables for officials and employees in the commune, and this work is done by the military and self-defense soldiers of the commune also. Besides studying, training for the combat readiness, and coordinating patrols, the Commune Military Command regularly thoroughly understand and encourage the soldiers to actively maintain the hygiene of the barracks, increase production, and to ensure their lives and in society. Over the years, the Commune's Military Command has advised the party committees, authorities, and coordinated with the Violent Front committees, the departments, branches, and mass organizations to build and well-organize the implementation of plans on military work, the national defense. In particular, the Commune Military Command regularly performs well in military training, political and ideological education, and thoroughly educates cars and soldiers about their function and tasks. Since then, each officer and soldier is more aware of their roles and responsibilities, always holding the spirit and consciousness in learning and training, and also has achieved with high results at competition, sports festivals. Being able to live and work with an environment of solidarity and love for each other ready to help me to fulfill my duties in the motivation, and it is a motivation of myself to always try my best. I will try to train and study in order to achieve higher achievements in contributing to the overall achievement of the unit. One of the important tasks of the military command is to maintain security and order in the area, and the commune military and self-defense forces regularly coordinate with police forces to patrol and guard the area to keep the secret, to arrest and prevent the crime, and to be present in the time to protect the scenes, to support the functional forces in dealing with the traffic accidents and collisions. The Commune Military Command has cooperated well with the police force to ensure the security in the area. In addition to following the plan of unexpected events, the Commune Military Command also advised the Commune People's Committee to well perform the local military and defense tasks. In the movement to build a bright, green, clean, beautiful headquarters, the military and self-defense force actively clean and affairs. The military and self-defense force actively clean their affairs, integrated with the combat readiness and coordinated security patrolling for the local order. And with these achievements, the military command of Trung Dom Commune has been recognized for many years by all levels for excellently completing the task. Many individuals have also been commended and rewarded in emulation movements as well as in the task performance of local military and defense. And that's all for the TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.